Well, hello there, naughty boys and girls. It is I, Disasterina! Welcome to the Tasty Earbits podcast. Here, we're all about the drag, the art, the trash, and the comedy. It's getting sort of nippy outside these days. Here in LA, it's a brisk 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Burrrr. I need to search for that cashmere sweater. And the leaves, they are starting to crinkle up and fall into the pool. Poolboy, put your back into that skimmer. And you know what all this means, right? It means the Boulet Brothers are doing it again. On the skyscraper heels of Dragula Resurrection comes a full season of horrific fun with 10 spooky drag performers. One of which we will dedicate our entire episode to. We're gonna chat with super sexy haute couture queen Astrud Aurelia. Welcome, Ashram Euphoria, to my funny little show.
That's me. Thank you for having me on your funny little show.
Astrud, you know I love you so much.
Aww.
You were on my first My Drag is Valid video interview. Remember that?
Yes.
Way back in when was it?
1963, I believe. What a fun experience. That was such a great day, like coming over and seeing your place and jamming some tunes and shit. It was so fun.
Now, was that right after you did the Dragula pageant? When were you over? I don't remember what the occasion was.
You know what it was? I actually hit up the Boulets to do Queen Kong. So I was there that weekend to do Queen Kong with Dolly, and I was staying with them and Shrinkle of Sugar Pill. And so we were just kind of hanging out, and I had a free day, and you hit me up. So I came over and spent that day with you.
And we did a rock jam.
We did. We rocked out, bitch.
I have video of it. I can prove that we rocked out.
You are capable of the rock and roll.
I used to be in a rock band, but that was so many decades ago, you know. But I still had it, you know?
Yeah. And once you have it, it never leaves.
Astrud Aurelia. So, season 4, big drum solo for Astrud.
Season 4, fucking drum solo. I hauled my shit all the way out there for that promo.
So, that was a fun promo. It just got released, and you're on there. You're looking very stunned. You're very high fashion, and you do a little stint where you do some drumming.
Yeah.
I know you can't talk in detail about what's going on in season 4 of Dragula, but can you at least give a little hint about maybe doing some drumming on the show?
Let me just say, I brought a lot of instruments. I wanted to be prepared for anything that could happen. So no spoilers, but the capability is certainly there. This season is just going to be so unbelievably crazy. The budget, the production value, the work that has gone into it on everyone's end, it's going to be an absolute marvel and going to blow people away. So I'm just excited to see it all come out.
All right, here's an important question. You know, I loved Resurrection. I thought that was the best reality competition shows I've ever seen because you got to know a lot about the performers, you know. We got to know the down and dirty about every performer. There was an in-depth interview of everybody. On season 4, can we expect the same kind of attention to the personalities?
They definitely, I think, want to keep the, the Resurrection format and the normal traditional show, like, kind of separate entities. But I think they have learned a lot from Resurrection, because I think everybody can agree that Resurrection was just an absolutely incredible piece of art. Like, it was so amazing. I remember just being blown away and so excited for auditions to roll around, so that I could be a part of like the direction that the show is going. And I think that they're definitely keeping that like attention to detail, and focus on the art and the people and the stories. So I really hope so. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I think that attention is there. We'll have to see.
Now, on this season, you are the only, I guess you could say, like a high fashion queen, because you make all your own outfits.
Yes.
And it's like very avant-garde, high fashion and everything. So how do you feel that you're like the only one that's like really a fashion designer on the show?
Well, actually, I'm not the only one. There's a couple of other people on the show that do make things. I was surprised that I actually kind of showed up and I was one of like the seamstresses of the group. But Sigourney Beaver, another amazing contestant, also creates a lot of her own garments, if not all of them. And she is an amazing artist.
She describes herself as a female impersonator.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's just her cheeky way of playing at the AFAB thing. But she comes from Chicago and definitely has like a lot of burlesque influences in her performances, I think. And she also comes a little bit from the pageant scene. So Sigourney has like some pageant background, very glamour, very high femme. And, you know, we all have different things that we bring to the table. Like some of us, you know, are amazing at hair. Like Coco is an amazing wig designer.
That is Coco Kane from Tulsa?
Yes, from Tulsa. Coco is fucking awesome. I adore Coco so much. But yeah, she does great hair. Bitter Betty also does amazing hair. Saint is an amazing illustrator, and the sketches that she did for all of her looks are just so beautiful. Same thing with Hoso. Hoso also makes a lot of her own garments. I know that Hoso made the look that she's wearing in her promo as well. So there's a lot of really great creativity and talent, and different perspectives and skill sets that are coming into the competition.
We're talking about the Boulet Brothers, Dragula. I was on season 2, and I remember that first day that I met everybody. We were sort of thrown into our promo shoot, and everybody was sort of meeting each other and everything like that. Have you met any of the other contestants before the filming?
Yes. So actually, I feel like I knew almost everybody when I showed up, which was kind of cool. It was some people who I was seeing again. It was other people that I was, finally meeting from online for the first time. It was some of my friends from Brooklyn who I was excited to see again. Specifically, Formelda was really cool because Formelda is another queen from Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right. There's a lot of Phoenix happening this season.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, actually. And Formelda is an amazing artist, and she just turned 21. So I was reaching out to her maybe like 2 months before I found out I was on, being like, hey, Formelda, like, I hear you're 21 now. Like, you should come out to the show and come hang out with us. And because of COVID stuff, we didn't get a chance to actually do that. But then when I saw her on set, it was like, oh my God, like, I'm such a big fan of your art. Like, we finally get to meet each other. It's just so funny that we're from the same city and we were just meeting each other on set. I think that's so cool. So now hopefully we'll get to do a lot of really great stuff together in Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix seems to be the new alt drag capital of the whole world because you have Dolly there, and then there's you. Tell me why you're in Phoenix right now.
So basically, when the pandemic hit, a lot of us were really struggling and lost our jobs, lost our shows, lost our work. And I hadn't established myself in Brooklyn. To me, it felt for long enough to feel like I had a sense of security. And I also wanted to go back to school. So the combination of doing the school thing and then trying to live in Brooklyn where I had no income basically left me no choice but to move back to Phoenix and be with my parents while I was pursuing. Because I wanted to get, like, if I was going to be stuck in my house for who knows how long, right? At that point, we had no idea what was going on. I wanted to make sure that I was at least getting something out of it. And to me, like, an online education seemed like the right way to go. Because at the beginning of that, I mean, for anybody who's a performer, like, you'll know how scary it was. It's just that sense of losing all security and wondering, wow, is it possible? Is this even a good idea to try and support myself from just art and performance alone? When it hits the fan and then all of our venues close and we're left with nothing. That feeling of that happening and not having a backup plan was scary to me. So I decided that, okay, well, if I can get an education from this and come out the other side with job opportunities, if this were to happen again, I think I'd be in a much better place and might be able to stay in Brooklyn next time.
Wait a minute, wasn't Starbucks your backup plan?
I make a mean frappe, darling.
I bet you do. So what kind of school are you enrolled in?
Yeah, so I actually left because of the Dragula stuff, but I was going for 3D modeling and animation. Oh. My other greatest love in the entire world is video games. And I was like, if I can't perform and play music or be an artist, I'm gonna make video games. And so I was trying to focus on like the 3D modeling and the animation aspect of it specifically. I only got about 2 semesters in before all the Dragula stuff started happening. And maybe a couple of years down the line, who knows what will happen. Maybe I'll find a chance to pursue that while I'm also pursuing my superstardom.
That's right. You know, with stuff like that, you don't need a degree. You just need to know enough to cause some trouble.
Exactly.
And then you need a contact where you can lie about getting the job and then you learn how to do it.
Right. No, exactly. You learn how to do it.
That's how everybody does it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you've already won one Boulet Brothers event. Not a lot of people know about this, but there was during DragCon one year, I can't remember exactly what year. Was it 2018?
2018, yeah.
You won the live Dragula pageant, and I got a front row seat to see you jump around and go crazy. And I thought for sure you would be cast on season 3, but it didn't happen. But I'm glad you got down to season 4, and it's actually better for you to be on season 4 because the grand prize is bigger, right?
$100,000.
What are you gonna do with all those bones?
I don't even know. Like, I guess suck on them. I mean, season 3 was what, $25,000?
Yes, 25 big ones, but now $100,000.
Yeah, and that size is going to be reflective of like the general size of the season 2. It really is going to be that much bigger, and I cannot wait. But yeah, I won the Dragula pageant a couple of years ago, and that was really amazing for me because that validated a lot of what I was doing at the time. I was actually going to school for jazz performance, and I wasn't loving it. It wasn't feeling right, and that was sort of the kick in the ass that I needed to realize, like, oh shit, like I can do drag. Like I am good at this. Like I should probably try and follow this wave. And I was able to travel all across the country, like sort of with that title. It's kind of what put me on the map and kind of set me going in this crazy, weird underground world that we live in. And it's just been kind of uphill ever since.
I'm really excited for you. You said you knew most people, so maybe I'll ask a little about each person. I guess the one from the promo video that just blew me away was Haute Teratoma. This person looks utterly terrifying.
I just want to say ahead of time, like I had been a massive fan of Hoso for years, for so long. I just think that their drag is incredible. They were somebody that like I was hoping to see on the show, but probably the number one person that I was like also afraid that they were going to be on the show because I was afraid they're going to be such tough competition. Also,
just because they're fucking scary.
Yeah, terrifying, but like amazing makeup artistry. Incredible garment construction skills, like really fun personality, amazing performer. Like I'm just so excited for everybody to see, just to see what an amazing talent they are. And we were good friends, like going into the competition already. So it was just exciting, and mostly it was like relieving to be on set with somebody that I knew I could just be like, I could go up and be real with, somebody who I already knew I already had sort of a close, safe relationship with.
They are from South Korea. Where do they live now? Do they live in New York?
They're still in Seoul, actually.
Okay.
In Korea. Yeah, at this moment. But yeah, I mean, it's a really stressful environment. Like it's really crazy. It's really intense. So just to have somebody that you can, walk up to and give a hug or just be like, hey girl, like, how are you? How are you doing? That's really helpful in a competition like that.
I don't know anything about La Zavaleta. When did you meet them?
La Zavaleta is an amazing performer who lives in Brooklyn. We were working at a lot of the same bars and clubs and kind of shows. I don't want to speak on their behalf as far as their relationship with the show too much, but I will say that they at one point were the drag daughter of Madeline Hatter from season 3.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting connection.
Not anymore, but they used to be.
Wait a minute. Somebody had a falling out with Madeline Hatter? Are you sure? Is that possible?
I don't want to say anything. I can't say too much. I can't say anything. But yeah, so I knew Zava through working with Madeline in Brooklyn and kind of doing some of those gigs together. We actually got to be on stage together with Charlie XCX at one point. When she was coming through town, she had a couple of local queens get on stage with her and perform with her. And Zava was one of those people. And that was like the first couple of weeks that I moved to Brooklyn, actually. And my memories of her in Brooklyn were that she's a fucking firecracker of a performer and she's filthy as hell. You know, she's the girl who'll show up with like bags of her own piss, you know, just splash all over herself and shit. She does stuff like that. And she's also stunning and very, very high fashion and also has such a love for her culture. She is from Mexico and she incorporates a lot of that into her art too.
Firecracker of a performer. Better performer than you?
No, please. I can't show any weakness, Disasterina.
You are a fantastic performer. I was just going down the rabbit hole of you in Phoenix at, what's the name of that club?
Stacy's.
You're just a great performer. You're very explosive, very expressive. You know, you use the entire club to jump around and everything. I love your performance, so it's good to know that there are other really good performers on there. Another person from Brooklyn, I think, is Mary Cherry.
Mary Cherry, yes, Mary darling.
Now, did you meet her before going onto the show?
I did, yeah. So Mary is one of the legends of Brooklyn drag. She is a queen that not only like has run stuff there for a long time, but was one of the queens that really started Brooklyn drag. So for a long time, drag in New York was only in Manhattan. Brooklyn existed, obviously, and there were gay bars and there were places, there were general venues, but no one was actually doing drag in Brooklyn. So a couple of queens, including Mary Cherry, Horchata is another one, Untitled Queen. I know Thorgy Thor was another one of them. There might be more that I'm missing. But a couple of these queens came in and talked to the bar owners and like, you guys need to have drag here. You need to make drag here. This was maybe over 10 years ago. And they just kind of came in and took over and started doing drag and really gave birth to the Brooklyn drag community.
Mary Cherry has a lot of experience, is that what you're saying?
She definitely does, yes. She is a legend and she will let you know it.
Didn't expect anything less.
And also a pretty fantastic performer as well.
And now a word from our sponsors.
From Out TV.
Do you need release?
Buckle up, baby girl. The fun's about to begin.
This here is Crazy Town, and you're the mayor of it.
Why does the party always end up in the kitchen?
I'm here to probe your black hole.
Eat your heart out, bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get some July.
I had my heart set on a pizza, though.
Fresh as fuck.
Brace yourself.
What is this thing?
It's a body up in here.
Don't be sorry, be better.
I'm still the baddest demon around.
I'm a sexy yin-yang, motherfucker.
Feels like the real thing.
Then freaking me the fuck out.
Let's fry this bitch.
Let the fisting begin! Psychiatrist!
Now on Amazon.com, only $2 each high-def episode. Also available on the Out TV Apple TV channel. Sign up now, the first week is free. And also available on demand in the UK and Ireland via the Fruit TV, that's FROOT.TV channel. Use the code Disasterina for a free month.
Hi, this is Porkle Board the Mushroom Gnome. You are listening to the Tasty Earbits podcast. Help support our endeavor by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/ColdSlutsOnFire. One word. I'm Snorkelboard the Mushroom Gnome. The Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom... Snorkelboard, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom...
You know, I'm looking at this cast list and I looked at the promo video and I'm seeing some really cool horror, but now I'm not seeing everybody with a horror look. I'm seeing some variety in there. Are they gonna mix it up this year and have less emphasis on horror?
I don't think anybody is coming onto the show hoping to like change their aesthetic drastically to fit whatever they think the Dragula aesthetic is, because Dragula is no one thing. It's a very, very diverse thing to begin with. Like, yes, there's these tenets of filth, glamour, and horror, but I think the root of it all is a love for alternative drag. So there is definitely going to be horror. There is definitely going to be filth. There's definitely going to be a lot of glamour, but no one is going to be sacrificing their, I think their vision. And I think that's really great.
Coco Kane seems really interesting to me.
Coco is an amazing performer. She actually won the National Drag Monster pageant, which was an alternative, more traditional style pageant, but for the monsters of the world. So I was connected sort of to her through like people that I know in the pageant scene in Phoenix had told me a lot about Coco. And she gives the body, she gives definitely the horror. Like Coco is a very, very diverse, aesthetically amazing, and just such a beautiful, kind, awesome person. I think people are going to really love Coco.
Her promo look was almost like she was wearing Kim Kardashian's ass on her chest. Remember when Kim Kardashian's ass was a meme a few years ago? She was like on the cover of some magazine and her ass was out. And then all of a sudden for like 2 years, everything was that ass. And now it's on Coco Kane's chest.
Now it's on her chest. It's funny. My stepdad, who's not a fan of drag really, said the same thing. He was like, why is her butt on her chest? Which I think is great. She definitely brings the body, and it is pretty like show-stopping to see in person.
Now, there is one on the cast that is not like the others. Jade Jolie. Now, this queen, it seems to me, has to do the most work because she's not known as a spooky queen. So she has to sort of sell this new side of her somehow. Did you know Jade Jolie before the filming?
I did not know her personally, but I did know of her, and I actually did know that she is very invested in alternative drag. I think there's this like perception right now of Jade where they're like, oh, she's just trying to get on Dragula because she was on Drag Race. And like I said earlier, like Dragula is not one thing. And I think people are going to be really blown away by Jade. She is so fucking cool. She actually was putting on, I'm not sure if it was monthly or if it was weekly in her hometown where she lives, doing a lot for the alternative drag scene there. And she's been trying to push this side of herself for actually a long time. This is definitely not a recent evolution. Like, sure, if you look at her Instagram, like, she's pretty, of course, but a lot of us are pretty. And she's definitely just as dark.
You're the prettiest.
I know. But yeah, Jade is amazing. And yes, like, it definitely is a gag that she's there. I think that people are just mostly shocked at like the idea of a drag race queen being on Dragula. But to me, that's like the most uninteresting part about it. Like, I mean, what I love about Dragula is the incredible artistry, right? Like people coming in and bringing incredibly unique things that no one's ever seen before. And I feel like every time a new season of Dragula comes out, there's this sort of wave and it changes the entire drag scene, especially unlike Drag Race, like the seasons don't come out as often. So when a wave of Dragula does come out, it's like, oh, these are the new icons and representations of alternative drag. And that not only affects other alternative drag performers, but it also affects people who don't consider themselves to be in that realm of things, because you know, whether they do that kind of drag or not, it still influences the most glamorous of us, you know, because I feel like drag queens generally are always trying to put each other in boxes, right? They're always trying to say like, oh, you do this kind of drag and you do this kind of drag and I do this kind of drag. But the more that we have all different types of drag artists on all different types of platforms, the more it shows that we're really all doing the same thing. And I really love that. I hope that, you know, season 4 comes out and everyone's like, fuck yeah, J. Jolie was on Dragula. Like anybody can be on Dragula. If you want to do it, like you can fucking do it, you know?
I hear you. You already mentioned Sigourney Beaver.
Yes.
This person is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see what they bring.
She's so cool. She is just such a fucking powerhouse. She also has a cool mullet, so it might be like a little the battle of the mullets.
That's right, yeah.
She also has probably my favorite drag name on the cast, and maybe just generally, I love Sigourney. Actually, you know, Alien is one of my favorite film franchises, and I just bought this Alien poster here, and I need a red Sharpie marker so I can cross out the Sigourney Weaver and change the W to a B, and then frame it forever, so I can always think of her.
I assume Sigourney Beaver has an Alien-themed live number. If they don't, that is a miss. It's gotta happen.
Good, yeah. Maybe we can work on one together. I want to be involved.
And let's see, Bitter Betty.
Yes.
The only one on the cast. It seems like they're from Los Angeles.
Yes, from the Angles, the city of Angles. And she is really, really amazing. I mean, incredible wig stylist. Most people might know her as Sarah Andrews. She's actually a legend who's been around for a really, really long time. And she runs the 1-800 Wig Takeout and makes wigs for like Trixie Mattel and lots of like really big queens. Amazing, amazing work. So and you saw her promo look, like the hair in her promo was fucking cool. Like so cool. Yeah.
Let's see. Saint, I think the in parentheses is currently the creator. Now, this is the winner of the Boulet Brothers Resurrection. Everybody out there is probably seeing them as the favorite to win the whole shebang. Did you know Saint before the filming?
I had met Saint like one time, actually at Bushwick a few years ago, but it was really sort of like a passing, like, hey girl, like what's up? You know, like we obviously followed each other on social media, and we were definitely aware of each other, but we definitely like hadn't interacted a lot before the show. It was really, really great getting to know Saint. I think Saint is fucking amazing, incredible.
Well, you didn't diss anybody at all.
I know. Ideas. I love everybody.
I know they're going to try to spice it up and everything, but at least right now you're speaking very highly of everybody, so I'm very curious to see how that will all break down and turn into a big shouting match or something. We'll see.
Well, you know, the drama will definitely be there. I want to get people excited for the way that all the interactions are going to go down. But at the end of the day, like, this is a small scene, and I think all of us want to walk away from this experience, like, with strong connections and bonds with each other. You know, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I want to walk away from this with a strong family, people that I can come back to years from now and know that we can still be on good terms and chat and do shows together and make art together and do some fucking cool shit, you know?
You know, that's what happened with me on season 2. I felt like I really got my drag family just from being thrown into this drag pool. Not drag pool, the, cosplay drag queen, but drag pool as in, if you imagine a pool with drag performers inside of it.
Let's go swimming. It's warm. I'm sweaty.
Now, because of the COVID times, everything is all complicated and everything. I would normally expect there's going to be a tour, there is going to be a big reveal party and everything. But is there?
You'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping for the best. You know, I mean, I think that we will probably try to take it as far as we can, all of us, you know, regardless of whether a tour happens or not. Like, I will be traveling. I'm planning on going everywhere that I possibly can. You know, me and Dolly had even talked about doing like a little music tour together. Would be fun.
That would be fun.
Putting out music, and I'm trying to put out music now.
When is your music going to come out? I know, but you're a great musician and everything, and you've done super good songs, and we want to hear them. We want some vinyl.
Soon is what I can say. I am actively recording as we speak. Like I have got my drums, in my hands right now. You can't hear, but this is all being recorded. This conversation is actually being recorded on my end as well, and it will be sampled.
That sounds so avant-garde. It's like music concrete.
You have no idea. No, but I am working with the same producer that produces Dolly's stuff right now, actually.
Aha, it's going to be slick then.
It's going to be very, very, very good. You can expect lots of guitar playing on my end, lots of cool drums, wild, high energy, fun, cool shit. It's definitely going to be very different than probably like any drag queen music that's ever been released before. That's part of my goal. I want to diversify this shit.
I do really good maraca. I was wondering, because I'm available for a session. Let me know if you have some tape, put some tracks down or something.
I think you might be able to find a way to work you in. I think that would be great. I would love to have you as a feature.
I assume you're joking, but I hope you're serious because I got my maracas in my suitcase and I'm ready to go.
Come down here. You know my address, don't you? You've been here many times. Been over my house.
I'm excited. Everybody's excited. Reddit's excited. It's going to be killer. Let's see. Would you like to say anything else? What about your fans? What do you want to say to your fans?
Oh, my fans. Okay, so I'm trying to find out a good word to call them. Hoso has been talking about calling her fans the little tumors or the little hoes.
What about the Aurelians? Sounds very Star Trek.
So here's the thing. I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually have a strong sexual attraction to lizard people, like anthropomorphic lizard people. You know about like furries and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm what's called a Scaley, which is where we're not into like...
Wait a minute, you're making this up.
No, I'm not. I'm not making this up. I have a strong sexual attraction to anthropomorphic lizard people.
The mental image I'm getting is all that sort of like conspiracy theory thing. It's like the reptilian people are taking over the world.
Hillary Clinton being
yeah, exactly.
Which is funny because like whenever I say that and then I think about that like conspiracy thing, I'm like, oh shit, like that sounds like an idealistic society to me. I would love it if all the alien people politicians came out because I think I would know the line of work that I need to be in to satisfy my desires, become a politician or something.
Wow, so you're a Scaley.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any good examples. So, I'm a big nerd. I'm a super heavy gamer or whatever. But in the Elder Scrolls series, so like Skyrim and Oblivion, those game series, there was a race of lizard reptilian humanoids you can play called the Argonians. And I discovered this race of lizard people to be very attractive to me a couple years ago. And slowly that interest has grown and evolved over time. And now I've found like full dedicated like art websites that to Scaley's where it's like anthropomorphic lizard person porn. And it's really, really great.
Wow.
So, and I think it's really funny because it's like, I don't really understand where the attraction comes from. I can't sit here and justify it to you. It's inherently absurd. So that's why I kind of like bringing it up and making fun of it. But I love the idea of like them being like my lizard children or my little cloacas or something.
Well, thank you for the direction of my newest jump into the rabbit hole. I'm going to check all the Scaley porn out and I'll report back.
I can send you some of my own links if you'd like.
Everything that's happening in the world with technology is just mind-boggling. Even like 3 years ago, we could never foresee what's happening right now. So yeah, in answer to your question, send me the lizard porn.
Will do.
Oh, one thing I really wanted to ask you was like, how did you feel about there being no drag kings on the cast?
I feel like it would have been cool to see some more drag kings, but it also would have been cool to see lots of like more different types of people. I think at some point, this is like such an incredibly diverse cast. I was talking to or listening in on one of Hollow's lives recently, and somebody brought that up, and she brought up how some people, attacked Hollow when they were on season 3 and said, "Oh, well, you being a quote unquote woman is taking away a spot from somebody like more deserving, to be on the season." So when you look at the cast, I feel like it would have been great, but also like, I don't know who like we could have cut, it's so fantastic. And I just hope that kings aren't discouraged from auditioning in the future, really is how I feel about it. for whatever reason, like the cards fell how they fell. I'm not a part of casting, so I don't know how many kings auditioned, what the turnout was like, what they were looking for. But I hope that kings continue to audition and keep continuing to put their foot in the door because, they deserve to be there. And I want to see more kings on Dragula. So I'm just reading for season 5, maybe season 6.
There is only 10 slots.
Yeah, and it's really not that much.
Yeah, that's not that much. So, on other shows, they have like 14 or 15 or whatever. But this show, it's like maybe 10 or maybe 11.
Well, I know Coco actually does...
You can't count both of Coco's boobs as an individual.
Coco, yeah, her left side is a dude, her right side's a girl. Put them together and... No, but Coco does do a lot of like male presenting drag. I know like there's several of us on this cast who play with gender a lot. So I wouldn't say it's like a cast of just like female impersonators. I don't really consider myself to be like a quote unquote female impersonator. Like I'm a drag artist and sometimes I'm femme, sometimes I'm not. And, I think that there might be a lot of that to look forward to. We'll see.
All right. So thank you so much. This has been super fun. Any parting words, anything you'd like to say? A shout out to the Scaleys.
Shout out to the Scaleys. I'm waiting for them to all come to me in droves. I want to be their number one representation.
Be careful what you wish for.
I need to do a lot more lizard person drag, if I can be honest.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm really just excited actually for like the future of my drag, like moving forward. I have been so inspired by this experience, and I hope people continue to be surprised by like what I'm going to be bringing in the next year of my art. So, and I just want to say thank you to you. Like I am such a massive fan of you and what you do, and I hope that to see you on a future season, maybe on All Stars, maybe a Resurrection. That would be awesome.
You never know. You never know what'll happen.
You never know.
Well, I will let you go, and thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
And now a word from our sponsors.
The Disasterina merch zone place. It's my fancy store. Go buy my shit. Novelties, art prints, ephemera, t-shirts, stickers, apparel, patches, greeting cards, paintings, jewelry, enamel pens, accessories. Plenty of fun stuff for you and your stupid friends.
Music for the podcast by Dr. Stevo. Go to drstevo.com. DOCTORSTEEVO.com. If you want to help this podcast out, please do so. Go to patreon.com/coleslaws on fire, one word, and just drop a few greenbacks for us so we can keep on going. We can buy some like 3-year-old soup or something. Maybe you crazy people out there would like to know who is our Patreon supporters. Well, here's some fancy names for you. Joseph Rash, Jeffrey Gullett, Indra Lowenstein, Oliver J, Amy Marsh, Naomi Clark, Dominique Luzon, Alexia Estrada, Jeremy McNabb, Keith Ferguson, Oz Stickman, Rhea, Annalyn Bond, Sazi C, Silvana Ahmed, Ali, Carrie Wolf, Eric Peterson, Formfeed, John Get Bent, Renee Redanius, Melissa Sarah, Nakini Kill, Hilda Mangold, Julia Levine, Simin Lowe, Spencer Montoya, Story Nagel, Katrina Miller. Thank you, Patreon supporters. Or is it Patreon supporters? I don't know how to pronounce these things. You keep this podcast going. Love you. I'm not done yet. Also, all Patreon supporters get to ask me a question. So here's a question from Renee Redanius. Dear Disasterina, hope my question isn't too late. It's never too late. You are well known for being a very stylish queen. Couldn't agree more. Could you tell us what fashion trends are going to be big in 2021? Thank you. Well, it's still 2021, luckily. A few months left, like 3 or 4 months left. So in the final part of 2021, I think house coats with really big pockets, so you could put your iPad in there and some chips, and if you have a little dog, they could ride in there too. So those are going to be super big in the last 3 months of 2021, and don't miss that fashion trend. Go out and get your fancy house coat with super big pockets. So thank you, Renee. I love you so much.